Hi guys, Mark Carpenter here at Local House Buyers. I hope you're doing okay today. With all the coronavirus and everything going on, guys, I just wanted to do a video here, and a lot of people ask me, like, why would anybody even sell to a cash buyer? Why wouldn't somebody just list their property, right? Why wouldn't you just call up your friend that's a realtor, or call somebody that's a realtor and just list the property? And that's a great question. It really is. And so let me just kind of break it down why somebody might use a cash buyer like Local House Buyers here in Oklahoma City. We buy houses. We buy houses anywhere in Oklahoma. We try to make sure that we're buying in Oklahoma City, but we also like to help everybody. So if you've got a house for sale and you want to give us a call, you can call us at 405-395-2085. We'd love to see if we can help you. We can't help everybody, and we know that. And we also refer a lot of people to realtors because they're just not a good fit for us. Okay. And so, but a lot of people ask me, they say, well, why would anybody even sell to a cash buyer, Mark? Like, why would anybody sell to a cash buyer and not list the property? And that's a great question, because there's a lot of different reasons why somebody would sell to us and get cash fast. One of the first reasons is it can be a fast process. We've had deals where we've put something under contract, and within 7 to 10 days, we're closed. Okay. Now that depends on a lot of different things. That depends on the title company. It depends on if you have any liens on the property, if you owe taxes on the property, if there's any judgments against it, if it's in probate, if you inherited the property. Sometimes we have to go through some legal things like probate and different things like that. So don't call me tomorrow and be like, all right, I want you to buy my house and I want you to close in 7 days. We can do that as long as everything goes perfectly, right? And I like to tell everybody, if a real estate investor or agent or anybody is telling you that everything is going to be perfect, please run away from them, okay? Because they're not telling you the truth about real estate. Real estate, it's crazy. Things happen all the time. Deals fall apart all the time. Contracts bust all the time for several different reasons. So it's really good to get educated on why somebody would sell to a cash buyer like Local House Buyers. So why would you sell to a cash buyer? One is for fast, right? A lot of times we can do a deal in 30 days. Get title work done, get everything done. It can happen in 7, it can, but it doesn't always happen that way. Another reason is, depending on how much your house is worth, a lot of times a real estate agent, if your house, like in Oklahoma, we have a lot of houses that are decent houses that are $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 and less. And a lot of real estate investors don't make that much money on it. So if you're not familiar with how a real estate not investor, I apologize, real estate agent makes money, is they make money on the front end 3%, and if they can find a buyer, then they would make a full 6%. So just think, $100,000 house at 6%, that's $6,000 that they can make if they get both sides of the commission. So if they bring the buyer and they're selling the house on your behalf, and they sell to their buyer, and then they would make a full 6%, which is $6,000, and then they've got to give a piece of that to the broker and things like that. So that's $6,000. Well, if you don't want to give that away, sometimes you can get an investor to buy it. But a lot of times that's usually not the issue. People usually aren't afraid of commissions if they can still get their house sold. They don't really care that much. I've seen that. But a lot of times the main issue is the house needs work. Okay, the house needs $10,000 or $15,000 work, and a lot of times what a real estate agent will do is they'll say, yes, we can sell this house for $100,000, but I need you to put $20,000 into it. And if you're a seller and you need cash now, you need to sell it fast. And so let's say your job relocated you, and you have to go to 4 states away, and you're set to be at that job in 40 days. Okay, so you need to have you've got a new job lined out, and you need to be there in 40 days. You need to sell your house now. because you're moving. Well, real estate agent is going to tell you that you need to put $20,000 into your house, and not all of them, right? I'm not saying everybody will do that. Some will go ahead and list it as is. There is investor-friendly realtors out there. We are not all the same. All of us cash buyers aren't the same. All of us realtors are not the same. Nobody's the same. I love people. They're like, oh yeah, I dealt with a cash buyer, and they screwed me over, and they wanted to give me this, and they wanted to do this, and they wanted to do that. Well, everybody's not the same, right? You go to a restaurant, and it's your favorite restaurant, and you get your favorite server. And then the next time you go, you get another server. It's not your favorite server. They don't know what you like. They don't do the things that you like. It's the same thing, okay? Because everybody's different. But in that case, let's say the realtor is like, yeah, you need to put $20,000 into this house. Well, the seller's like, what am I going to do? I don't know. I mean, what am I going to do? I don't have $20,000 to sell the house. And so now they start searching online. They start Googling how to sell my house fast, Oklahoma, how to sell my house fast, Oklahoma City, cash buyers, Oklahoma City, and things like that. And then hopefully you find my face and you can see why you would want to sell your house to a cash buyer. And so that's one of the main reasons. And another reason, guys, a lot of times people don't have $20,000 to invest into their home to get it worth $100,000. And people say, well, you steal people's property. Well, somebody's going to have to put that $20,000 into it to get it worth $100,000. And we are a business, right? I tell everybody, we're not for everybody. We just aren't. We're not going to be the solution for every single person. But we do. Somebody calls us and they say, well, my house needs $20,000 in work. I need to move. And we ask them, when we come to an agreement on price, and then we're able to get them cash and get it immediately, and then they can move on. And so that's one of the reasons why. Another reason why a lot of times people inherit property, and they don't know what they're inheriting. Sometimes they inherit a $20,000, $30,000 remodel. that they weren't prepared for. They're not a contractor. They don't know what, say grandpa was an investor and now grandpa's passed away and left you 3 investment properties with deferred maintenance and things like that. What are you going to do? You can sell them with a realtor, maybe, but then the realtor wants you to fix them up, right? Another reason why is speed, right? Speed. A lot of times when you list a property with a realtor, and like I said, not all realtors are this way, and not all wholesalers are this way, but a lot of times a realtor will list a property for 60, 90, 120 days, and nothing happens. And they're trying to look for your best interest at heart, and you wanted $100,000 for the property, and the realtor knows in the back of their mind, and if they're a good realtor, they say, look, this is not going to go for $100,000. You might get lucky and get it for 80, maybe. Okay, and I'm just throwing numbers out here. So that's just one of the reasons. There's several reasons. I'm looking at some of my notes. It's a faster sales process. A lot of times with a realtor, in any transaction, sales fall through, right? Somebody can't get FHA approved, the house can't get approved, you can't pass inspections, you don't have the money to help get it past inspections, and we can solve a lot of those problems by buying the house for cash. We have on our team, my business partner, he's a contractor for 13 years, Andrew Cross, great guy. And when we buy a house, we can go in there, we can do things a little bit differently than just Joe down the street who buys your house, right? We've got crews that we need to keep busy and things like that. So when we buy a house, we know where we need to be as far as cash wise and, on repairs and things like that. So we can, basically the sale's not going to fall through most of the time. And I'm not going to say that I've never had a deal not fall through, because that's just not true. And anybody that's been in real estate for a period of time tells you that. I would be very, very careful of listening to them or doing business with them, because things happen, guys. It's real estate. Just things happen. Another reason with this coronavirus and everything going on with the coronavirus, a lot of people were scared. And so, we can actually make a offer on somebody's house without even seeing the property in person. We can do virtual tours. We can, you can take your phone and you can videotape going through the house, take a whole bunch of pictures of the house, and get a fair cash offer from us, within 24, 48 hours. And we can get the process moving, get it sent to the title company, and doing things like that. Another reason, I kind of covered this already, but you don't have to do repairs, right? You don't have to do repairs when you sell to a cash buyer. So Local House Buyers is a cash buyer. We buy houses right here in Oklahoma City and surrounding areas, Lawton, Tulsa, Edmond, Newcastle, Mustang. We buy houses for cash in all these different areas, and we help sellers every single day. And there's a lot of different reasons why we help people, but you don't have to do the repairs. So when you call us, you're not like, well, I've got to put $5,000 in it to pretty it up to sell it. No, we'll buy it as is in the exact condition that the house is in. It's not a problem. Another reason why somebody might sell to us is they may be facing pre-foreclosure. Guys, unfortunately, and I pray and pray and pray that you don't need us for that reason. I really do. I pray that that's not why you're calling us, but the reality is a certain amount of people every single year inside of Oklahoma and every state in the United States goes. There's a certain number of people that go through the pre-foreclosure and foreclosure process, and they lose their home. And unfortunately, what a lot of people don't understand is they're like, oh yeah, just let it go to foreclosure. I don't care. And a lot of times I'll tell my sales team, I'll say politely to say, hey, do you know what happens when somebody goes through foreclosure? And we just try to ask them if they know, and a lot of times they don't. And basically, it wrecks your credit completely. Don't think about getting a house for at least probably 7 years. And don't quote me on that. I don't know that for sure. I'm not an attorney or anything like that. But it doesn't look good. Foreclosures on your credit report do not look good at all. And a lot of times what we can do is we can help somebody by giving them cash for their house, or at least paying the house off, or sometimes maybe paying their taxes, or paying their arrears, or different things like that. So we can help somebody avoid foreclosure. Already went over unwanted inherited homes. So when you inherit a home, it saves a lot of time, guys. A realtor, they want to do showings, they want to do this and that. And a lot of times what we can do is we can come in, we can either get video or picture or whatever, and we can check out your house and get you an offer. We do enough of this, we do enough volume to understand and know our numbers that if we can make something work or not. And it saves time, right? A lot of times with a realtor, they're like, hey, yeah, you need to spruce up this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do this. Oh, and by the way, we're going to have a showing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I need to make sure that nobody's there, need to make sure this, need to make sure that. We try to limit that as much as possible. Sometimes we do have our contractors come in and our business partners come in and walk a house, but they're mostly investors, so they're not necessarily worried about how pretty your house looks. When you're selling to an end buyer and a first-time homeowner, they want a pretty home, right? They want something beautiful and pretty. Investors, not so much. They want to say, hey, can we make money on it? And is it something that we can turn into a rental? Is it something that we can flip? Is it one of those things? And so we don't necessarily have to have your house all pretty and nice in order to buy it. Okay, a lot of times with a realtor, that can be the case. Obviously, that's not every single realtor. You can stay in your house longer. So if you need to stay longer, right? A lot of times we can work with our cash buyers or us, or if we're the ones buying it, then a lot of times what we can do is we can buy your house for cash. And you say, well, Mark, I need to stay in there for 60 days. I've got somebody in there that I'm taking care of, and we're not moving for another 60 days, or we're not closing on this house until then, or whatever. Can you guys work with me? And a lot of times we can. Now, can't guarantee anything. Everything's a case-by-case basis. But, local house buyers can help you. right? We can help you. And so another reason why somebody might come to us is for a career change. They get a new job or whatever, they have to move. A change in relationship status, they get divorced, right? We deal with a number of people getting divorced, and honestly, we almost become like counselors because we're mediating between the two parties and trying to figure out, what the best course of action is. Okay, and some people just want to change a neighborhood and want to be closer to their family. They want to upgrade their property. That's another reason why somebody might sell to a cash buyer. They want to downgrade, right? They had 5 kids, and now they've all moved up, grown up, and gone to college and everything else. And so there's just several reasons why somebody might sell to a cash buyer as opposed to just selling the house on their own or using a realtor, things like that. So my name is Mark Carpenter, and I would love to serve you guys. Give us a call, 405-395-2085. We would love to see if we can buy your house. We can buy it for cash and see if we can make something work. And like I said, I'm just a local guy, born and raised right here, Mustang, Oklahoma. And I love people. I love serving people. I love real estate. I love helping people. I love buying houses and doing things for others and serving people. And, on our shirt it says, local house buyers, we help people first. And, there's a lot of people that just come in and give you a number and walk out the door and just say, hey, this is the bottom dollar. We understand that a lot of times people are going through some tight situations. And what we try to do, guys, realistically, is we try to put you first. We really do. We try to put your needs first. We try to put what you're trying to accomplish first. And that's kind of our unique selling position is we really try to help people first. So, we think people first. What's your situation? What you going through? How can we help? And then we say, well, we want to help. This is how we can help. This is the price we can be at to help. And we kind of go from there. But guys, check out our sellyourOklahomahouse.com/testimonials, and you can check out a whole bunch of testimonials of happy sellers that's done business with us. You can also, you can Google local house buyers. You can check out our About Us page. And just see that we're real people, local. We live here. Andrew, my business partner, has been a contractor here. He's bought and sold several houses. We're local right here, and we love to serve you. So if you got a house to sell and you need to sell now, we'd love to serve you at 405-395-2085. Mark Carpenter, Local House Buyers. Thank you so much. God bless you guys, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.